Hey, I'm Nemo, and today I will show you Nemo's inventory sorting as I promised in the last video. For that we need chests, but those chests are not good enough for me, so let's switch places. And what's the best place to find chests? Of course, my storage room. So if we now take a look into the chest above me, the one with the bone because the rest is empty, then we will see a very, very terrible organized chest. As you can see, this is really a mess. And I must say, and I must be honest, this is how I lived, how I used to live. But because of me not wanting to live like that, and me being lazy, really lazy, and I do not want to sort chests. I really do not want to do that. So I decided to create Nemo's inventory sorting, because the inventory sorting mods which I liked were not for the versions I played. So I decided to do it myself, and I added 4 new buttons and a filter bar. So for example, let's first start with the filter bar. If I want to know if I have an item, I just type for it. For example, let's see, do I have cobblestone? No, I do not, because everything is grayed out. But if I want to find, for example, do I have dirt? You see it's highlighted with a yellow slot. So you see immediately, okay, I have this item. But now I want to know, do I have an item which is not in my inventory? For example, let's search for melon. I see everything is grayed out except the backpack, which is highlighted with orange. So now I know that this backpack has my item because it's marked orange. If it's grayed out, you don't have it. If it's yellow, you have it in your inventory, and if it's orange, you have it in your bundle, shulker box, or backpack. But now, if I would quit this inventory and open it again, the search bar is reset. So if I want to check for multiple chests, I can do this. So the filter stays persistent. Then I can open another chest and see, do I have melon or not? Unfortunately, I do not, because I have a separate chest in my melon farm. But the main feature is the sort button. So if I now press this button, everything will be sorted after a specific order. And if I have, for example, enchantment books, it will be ordered by the enchantment names alphabetically. So now let's press the button and we see everything is sorted very beautifully. I do not have to do it myself, which is convenient for me. For the next button, I took a bit of the rotten flesh out because we have the move same button. So now if I press move same in here, everything which exists in this container will be moved up. So now you see that the rotten flesh was moved up. Same thing happens if I press the button here, then it will move down. And you see all of the rotten flesh is now in my inventory. The third button is the move all button. With this you can move the whole inventory at once to the other inventory, which I will not do now because I don't want to clean it up after all. But you can trust me. Okay, just trust me. And the last button is the drop all button. With this, you can simply drop everything in this container, which I also will not do because I don't want to clean it up. But again, you just have to trust me. But that's not everything with the buttons, because in the inventory, this, if you press sort, will not sort the hotbar, which you probably do not want to. But if you want to do it, you can press shift and then it will also include the hotbar. So just for you, even though I will have to clean it up afterwards, I will now press the button and you see it gets sorted. And if we take a look into the inventory, the buttons for the regular inventory will differ a little bit, because here you only have sort and drop all button. And if you want to configure a hotkey for the button, you can go to options, controls, keybinds, scroll down. And here you have the keybinds for inventory sorting. For example, I put the sort button on button 5, which is my mouse, and the sort inventory on button 4, which is very convenient. And now I also see, I forgot to mention that there is also a quick search feature. So for example, if we now press Ctrl F or Command F on Mac, we can now search quickly without having to go with the mouse and click and blah blah blah. And now I can search red. Also, what you probably noticed, I have dark buttons because I have a dark texture pack, so I decided to use dark buttons. But this is a built-in resource pack. So if we go to resource packs, you see here the dark mode, which is turned off as default, but you can turn it on if you have a dark mode texture pack, and then you also have the dark mode button. So now let's take a look what the buttons look like regularly. So you see they are just a brighter gray color, which matches to the normal inventory. Last thing to mention is that Nemo's inventory sorting is compatible with iron chests, reinforced chests, barrels, and shulker boxes. Also, I plan additional compatibilities for the future. And that's everything there is about this mod. Tell me in the comments what you think about it, what you want to see in the future, which features, which mods you want to see in the future. And if you like this video, leave a like, subscribe, it would help me a lot. And see you next time. Bye.